No one wants to have to contact customer service twice to get an answer to their question. They want to pick up the phone or open the chat, quickly connect with an agent, get the help they need, and then be on their merry way as fast as possible. Don't serve them right the first time. You'll have hell to pay when they call back all flustered and frustrated, clogging up your hold queues, berating your quote-unquote incompetent agents, and demolishing your contact center efficiency. That's why it pays to get first contact resolution right. Well, the first time. And today, we're going to give you a holistic, 6-step roadmap for improving FCR from the top down. Welcome to Snackable CX, where we break down our best resources into bite-sized guidance on how to stand out and be known for your customer experience. I'm Sam Salerno, here from Mindful, the best-in-class, total experience solution that aims to add kindness to your tech stack. Before we jump in, I want to convince you, beyond a shadow of a doubt, why FCR is so important for contact centers. You see, oftentimes, talk about FCR just gets siloed to customer service departments or call center management teams. But FCR has huge implications for an entire brand. Here's some data from a study conducted by SQM. They found that for every 1% improvement in FCR, a business can expect a 1% reduction in call center operating costs, a 1% increase in customer satisfaction scores, a 1 to 5% increase in employee satisfaction, and a 1.5-point increase to Net Promoter Score. With all these benefits, you'd think that first contact resolution would get a little more airtime in executive meetings, but that's not always the case. That's why the first step on the roadmap to improvement is to establish a business-wide understanding of first contact resolution. If the importance of FCR isn't emphasized at the top of the org chart, it's likely going to go unnoticed at the bottom. Without executive or management buy-in, motivating the rest of your business to improve FCR will be impossible. Make it a top priority to communicate the importance of FCR to each department, specifically what it is, how it's measured, and how each team can ultimately help improve FCR rates and the customer experience. Now, say your product team comes back to you and says, "Why the heck do I need to think about FCR?" I mean, valid question, but that's just your cue to reframe it. You could ask something like, knowing what you know about the product, what questions do you think a customer might have about how it works? Or, what should a customer know about this product to use it effectively? Turning the question around and communicating those answers to the customer service department equips agents and sales reps to handle those questions on calls. Similarly, marketing teams could use those same questions and answers to create helpful content that both drives customer acquisition and answers commonly asked questions, heading off calls before they even reach the customer service department. When you turn first contact resolution into a team sport, everyone can actively work towards making it better. Establish the importance of FCR for your business, then encourage departments to think through how they can uniquely address and improve it. The second step to better FCR is to remove unnecessary hurdles for your customer service agents. You need to go through and review all your internal procedures and policies that result in an agent having to escalate a call, transfer it to other departments, or place the burden back on the customer. FCR rates tank when internal policies prevent agents from helping the customer right up front. Some examples of this include changing contact or billing information, handling returns and issuing refunds, applying customer discounts or promotional offers, or renewing and changing billing cycles. Obviously, sometimes agents should escalate some of these situations when it's appropriate, but if you really want to improve FCR, this shouldn't be the norm. Give your agents as much authority and autonomy as possible to create a stress-free experience for your customers the first time around. This will drastically reduce call transfers and keep customers from feeling like they're being dragged through procedural hoops all along their journey, which Harvard Business Review found decreases customer satisfaction, loyalty, and chances of doing business with a company again in the future. But giving agents more autonomy only works if they're prepared for it. That's why step number 3 is to provide FCR training for all your customer service agents. MetricNet did a study that found a direct connection between how much training an agent has and their FCR percentage. You can't see it on the podcast, but looking at these charts, it's amazing how much training can boost agent performance. More training translates directly into higher FCR percentages, higher customer satisfaction, and ultimately, lower customer service costs and higher returns for the business. In its purest form, FCR training is all about equipping your agents with the tools they need and providing a space where both agents and management can hone their skills. One great tool to use here is simple call recording. Not only do recordings provide a way for management teams to evaluate performance, but they can show agents exactly how they should or shouldn't handle calls, answer questions, and overcome customer objections. Another point here is to collect customer feedback. One of our standard questions in Mindful Feedback, our voice of customer solution, is, did we answer your questions on the first call? This way, the customer can let you know how well you're doing at first contact resolution, and then this feedback can be piped directly to the agent as well. Other ways you can approach FCR training include creating mentorships and coaching programs for inexperienced agents, standardizing helpful script responses and software procedures, or hosting bi-weekly or monthly sessions where agents can actively interact with one another and pick up on best practices. The more time and resources you invest in equipping your agents to improve FCR, the greater the return for your business. We're on a roll. Step number 4, take the heat off your agents by deploying a callback solution. 57% of customers rank long hold times as the most frustrating part of interacting with the business. And that frustration doesn't just disappear once they finally connect with an agent. Instead, long hold times lead to customers focusing their frustration on your service agents, extending the length of the call, lowering FCR rates, and impacting employee morale. But when you offer customers the option to skip waiting on hold and receive a callback, you can eliminate that frustration altogether. Callback lets customers get back to their day and tees up a better interaction with an agent in the future, leading to less venting, shorter calls, and even easier solutions. Step number 5, deploy a call scheduling solution to capture customer and call context. When customers call into your contact center, the IVR acts as a gatekeeper. It can collect information about the customer and, if it's set up right, route their call to the right department or agent. But the problem is that IVRs can be super annoying and actually cause more frustration. I mean, most of us are guilty of this. Think about all the times we've tried to skip the IVR by spamming the 0 key. Callers don't want to spend any more time in the IVR than they have to, which means CX managers walk a fine line of asking too many questions in the IVR and frustrating the caller, or asking too few questions in the IVR and risking the caller being dropped in a general hold queue. The best way around this, and in my opinion, the coolest way, is to use a click-to-call solution that gathers information about your caller, like who they are and why they're calling, and lets them enter the queue directly from your website or app. This way, callers stay out of the IVR altogether, while still properly routing their call and giving agents the information they need to go into the call with a solution in hand. No more hold times, no more IVRs, and no more asking customers to repeat themselves once they connect with an agent. And finally, step number 6, use post-interaction surveys to create a feedback loop between customers and business managers. Because customer satisfaction and FCR are so intertwined, it's critical you gather customer feedback so you can make adjustments to your customer service. If customers aren't getting the help they need when they need it, or worse, they're having a terrible experience with your service department, you need to address their feedback before it snowballs into customer churn and lost revenue. The best way to measure FCR is from the customer's perspective, and to do that, you need to send them a survey immediately after they interact with your customer service department, while their experience is still fresh in their mind. This could look like asking them to stay on the line after talking with an agent, or using a tool like Mindful Feedback to automatically text or email a survey link to their phone. No matter how you do it, each survey should include at least 3 core questions. 1, was your question or issue resolved during this interaction? 2, how satisfied are you with the service you received today? And 3, how likely are you to recommend our product or service? Once you've collected surveys, your executive and management teams should make a habit of reviewing them on a regular basis. This helps keep your customer service department performing well and highlights any problem areas that might arise in terms of customer satisfaction and FCR. We covered a lot in this episode, but it just goes to show how important first contact resolution is to contact center efficiency and customer satisfaction. When you commit to improving FCR brand-wide, empower and enable your agents to help customers on their first interaction, and level up your tech stack so customers have a choice about when and where they get help, you create a total customer experience that truly drives revenue and customer loyalty. And hey, even Fortune 500 clients are still working with us to improve their FCR since there's always room to grow. So if you'd like to see what that looks like at your business, we're here for you. This episode has been adapted from the article How to Improve First Contact Resolution with a Top-Down Approach. which you can find on the Mindful CX library at getmindful.com. We publish new Snackable CX episodes every week, so be sure to subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. See you next time.